The 4 stages of blackout exploitation. Stage 1, guilt by proximity. This is when somebody takes two things, puts them next to each other, and then lets you form your own conclusions. So somebody says, Spain just had a huge blackout. Also, Spain has a lot of solar, and it had broken records for solar in the past few weeks. I'm not going to make any connection, but I'm just going to put those two things at your feet and kind of look up at you with really big puppy dog eyes, very innocently, and let you do your own thing. A lot of the disinformation efforts have just been constantly saying for years and years, renewables cause blackouts, renewables cause blackouts. When a blackout eventually happens in a region that has a high renewable proportion, because blackouts happen sometimes, then they point to their own disinformation as evidence, and then they point to the blackout as validation of that evidence. You see, I told you that renewables cause blackouts. I told you this was going to happen through my constant posting that renewables cause blackouts. It's actually a really fucking clever and evil tactic. Stage 2 of blackout exploitation, cause shopping. So blackouts are always caused by multiple things going wrong at the same time. This is the Swiss cheese theory of failure on power grids. Imagine a whole bunch of cheese slices and they all have holes in them, and they're kind of constantly shifting around. And sometimes they shift around such that the holes all line up and you can kind of get through the cheese. So what is about to happen in Spain is there's probably going to be reports emerging of the different things that caused this blackout. And it's going to be a few things, right? Like there'll be probably some sort of grid disturbance. There'll probably be some like voltage settings on like the solar panels or something. There might be a few failures at some of the nuclear or gas plants on Spain's grid. Maybe some switchgear or circuit breakers stuffed up at the same time. All of the cheese slices lined up in the right way. And then what's going to happen is somebody will look at all those cheese slices, find the one that says solar and say, ha, I told you that solar caused this blackout. I told you that the energy transition is causing blackouts. Stage 3, there is no cure. This will be something where fossil fuel advocates, disinformation folks, etc., they present there being no potential option to deal with the integration of renewable energy. And the only pathway forward is to lean heavily on fossil fuels, whether it's coal or gas. There is nothing you can do. This was a mistake. We have to go back to last century and start relying on fossil fuels again as the only way to avoid blackouts. If it does turn out that solar or wind played some role in the stack of events that caused this blackout, the chances are it's probably something that can be dealt with. It's probably something that can be examined by engineers and figured out, like how do we resolve this? How do we continue to decarbonize the grids while preventing this particular vulnerability? And that will be reframed as something that cannot be fixed, as something that is inherent or incurable with renewables. Number 1, establish guilt by proximity. Number 2, shop for a cause. Number 3, establish that there is no cure. Number 4 is policy change. This is pretty straightforward. This is like just calling for a stop to clean energy subsidies, calling for more fossil fuel subsidies, the construction of coal plants and gas plants, all in response to the perceived incurability and the perceived danger of integrating large amounts of renewable energy. That's the last part of it, and we are going to see it absolutely for sure in the coming days and weeks.